What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Editing Reaction Breakdowns. Today we're doing the Weeknd Party Monsters. So another one of Brother Films' music videos. If you don't know who Brother Films is, they're probably one of the best video directors out there right now. Go give them a look. We're going to talk a little bit about them. I have a lot of other videos talking about them, so I'm going to link them down in the description below. So as usual, we're going to break down the editing in this video. We're kind of going to react to a lot of stuff because in my opinion, I think I might have seen this once like months ago, so I'm not really sure what happens in this music video. But we're going to talk a little bit about Brother style. I'm going to point you guys to some effects, some tutorials that I have that can help you do stuff like this. But anyways, enough talking. We're going to make this full screen for you guys, and we're going to play this. We're going to watch it through. Okay, so something that always amazes me about Brother is how many effects they can squeeze into 1 second of video. So if you just watch the first 3 seconds, they like to do so many fast cuts. They have really good sound design, and a lot of their motion and stuff that's happening takes place within a fraction of a second to 1 second. So as you can see right here, we have crazy glowing. We have a lot of things happening in the background. We have this with a wheel changing colors. I'm going to link you guys to my Trippy music video tutorial where I can show you guys how to keyframe your electric color panel and do that color changing effect. We have all this kind of distortion here. And we have some turbulent displacement with some glowing, all within just a few seconds. So I'm not gonna break down every second of video just because it's way too much, but we're gonna just talk about what they do. So let's talk about this little part right here. So as you can see right here, there's kind of this ghost effect. I'm gonna link you guys to a Trippy ghost effect tutorial that's gonna help you create something like this. But basically what they're doing is they're either adding some kind of an echo effect onto this right here, or they're actually masking out the car and they're making it duplicated so that it kind of looks like it's like trailing. And this right here is probably one of my favorite little intros they have, where the car pulls up and they have this like really cool font, and they actually have some kind of like animation where it waves around like this, which looks really cool. So another thing that I always love in Brother's music videos is this grain that they have. I've seen a lot of their videos, including that Ben Con Youth music video, so the grain really adds that cinematic effect. You can do it just in Premiere if you just look up grain, so keep that in mind, that if you have really good, nice film emulated grain, it can look really good. So the use of lighting is really good here, and throughout the entire video you're just going to see a lot of crazy lighting, a lot of neon, a lot of glow effect added onto that. So if we just look at their Instagram real quick, this is why they're one of the top video people. You can just see how much time, energy, and money is put into their actual video sets. So even when it comes to makeup, costumes, art design, everything just broken down. Like, they have all these little things for their sets. They're all over the world. I'm going to link you guys to my editing reaction breakdown down below where I talked about Butterfly Effect, another really good music video where they have a lot of similar elements like this. So we're seeing a lot of fire. We have this video of the cross right here. So what we're getting to get this kind of overlaid effect is they're just taking two clips. One has this video of the cross, one has the Weeknd performing. They put the one of the cross over the Weeknd, and then they changed the blending mode. Go look at my Trippy music video tutorial. It talks about a lot of the basics. It used Brother as an example, so I break down a lot of the effects, and I break down a lot of the simple effects that they do. So that video has a lot of different tutorials built into one. So for this fire right here, if you guys would like some fire, you can look up some green screen overlay on YouTube and just key out the color. I have a video talking all about how to use green screen stuff, put it into Premiere, so go check that out. It's called Green Screen and Glowing Tutorial. That'll teach you a lot how to do the glowing in this video as well. You can see this thing is duplicated 3 times and just scaled up a little bit. And the thing that they do to make that kind of like fast motion thing is they'll literally take 2 frames of video, and then they'll skip ahead. They'll take another 2 frames of video. They'll skip ahead, take another 2 frames of video, and then they'll literally make it like it's like insane fast cuts to create that kind of like motion, and kind of set the pace for the video. So this effect right here, this is actually that trap code shine effect, where there's kind of just light coming out from the background. So that's a plugin that you guys can get. I talked about that in my glowing eyes tutorial if you'd like to see more into that. Also, you can see that grain that I was talking about. So this part right here is really crazy. What they're doing is they're taking this eyeball, and you could actually find some kind of like green screen eyeball, key it out, do this effect for yourself. And what they're doing is placing it over his face right here, and then they're keyframing it so it kind of grows bigger and rolls around like this, distracts from what the background is. The background fades into the next scene, and then the cross actually goes within the eyeball. So it's really a genius way to use creativity, use elements that you could literally do in Premiere. So if you guys go and look at my videos talking about green screen stuff in Premiere, you could do all this just in Premiere. It's just using creativity to kind of take it into the next level. You also have another creative transition that they have right here. Their transitions are always really on point. So we have this right here, and you can see that it's red in the bottom of it, and you can see it's red in the pupil. So if you go in, this redness is actually from the next video frame. It kind of does that nice zoom transition and then goes into the next thing. So another thing that I want to mention is something that's really interesting to me is this is a nice, very slow paced song, and usually when it comes to that, the more editing kind of makes it look worse. But what they did was they made it so that they could do quick editing, they could still keep their style, they could still jam pack a lot of effects in there, and they could still match the music very, very well. And here's an example of matching the music perfectly. Like I said, it's like that nice, slow cinematic, but right here, this is where they can really flourish and kind of add in their own style of those quick little cuts. Like that with all the hand stuff. A lot more glowing things here with just a really cool scene, a lot of really, really good lighting. So honestly, another one of the things of why they're probably my favorite is their sound design is the definition of perfect in my opinion. So just for this, hearing the sound of the cup in the background, they really take attention to detail for all of the clips. So that part right there is another example of that sound design where it has that line sound effect where they're eating the cake. Seeing a little bit of glowing eyes. You guys can, I have a tutorial talking about exactly how to do this. Like I said, you can do green screen with the fire right here. Could have been shot in a green screen studio. And then they have glowing eyes just for like that one tiny little frame right here. Nice little glowing eyes effect. So go check out my tutorial. I can show you guys exactly how to do this right here. This part I like here just because it's kind of a nice gray color grade with the red glowing. So glow is probably a really cool effect that you can use, especially with these kind of videos where there's a lot of lighting. That neon lighting will go so well with glowing. So if you have really good lighting in your videos, like for example here, this is like a set thing, like this is nice neon lighting, and then we go into this red scene, you can see this is a mix of actual lighting that they have plus lumetri color grade lighting. So let's just kind of break this down a little bit. For this, I'm pretty sure they might have just overlaid some kind of like splashing effect. And this Jaguar right here, I'm not sure if they made this in Element 3D or Cinema 4D, something like that, because it does seem like a very, very complex kind of 3D element that they have, as well as the shaders and all the details into it. Although these little liquid things right here, I recognize that from the Keith 8 video, and I'm pretty sure that's very easy to make in Element 3D. You can just take that preset blob that they give you in Element 3D and then just kind of add some shaders. So if you guys want me to talk a little bit more about that, I've been experimenting with Element 3D, trying to get it down. I can put out more tutorials with that. And like I said, I'm honestly not sure how they got this kind of video overlay, but they found this kind of detailed thing and they threw this out here, which looks really cool, animated to look like it's talking. So just a lot of 3D elements also coming out of here, blending this all in, that glowing effect. There's kind of also some channel blurring, it kind of looks like, with this red kind of tint on the edges. And here we're seeing the ending, just a lot of more distortion stuff, a lot more of those quick little cuts. That strobe light in the background looks really cool, some turbulent displacement. So a lot of the good stuff that they have. So they have a very unique style, and then right here with the car flying over, you could do that with some kind of green screen car. It looks really cool, it looks really accurate. And I'm really loving this film overlay that they have over this, as well as the grain. Like, this looks very cinematic. So the style the brother has is very, very interesting. It's very unique. I love those like quick little cuts. Like I said, a lot of the glowing, a lot of the basic stuff you can learn from my channel, the tutorials. The thing that really sets them apart is the time, also the money they have for the production, getting all the lights, getting all the models, shooting all the B-roll, setting up all that crazy complex stuff. But in terms of editing, it really is just knowing all the basics and then being very creative to create this kind of look. The ghosting stuff is very easy to do. The changing of the colors is very easy to do with that Lumetri color panel. If you look up that Trippy music video tutorial, changing the glowing of the eyes, some of the green screen elements I talked about. Element 3D, it is possible to do some of those kind of effects, but that one was very advanced with that like panther jumping out of the TV. Also, know your masking. Masking is very important for all this. I could recommend one tutorial that would take you from more of a basic editor to more advanced. It would be my masking tutorial, so go check that out. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what you wanted to see next. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.